Good afternoon, everyone. I'm coming at y'all here on Colorful Talks. I'm Allie, and I'm going to talk about a serious situation that, it's not new. It's not new. As y'all seen the title, Surviving R. Kelly and Sexual Assault or a Sexual Abuse. It's not just in black people, it's just people, period. But what I'm going to talk about today is the fact that this sexual abuse situation is a real topic, and it should not be taken lightly at all. It should not be taken lightly, and everything should be looked into. So, yes, the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries came on, those 6 episodes, and it was just terrible. It was horrible. The things that was said about him and described from these young ladies, it's totally unacceptable. But what has to be realized is, first of all, if R. Kelly is a victim of sexual abuse, he may deny it or he may not. But R. Kelly is also a victim. And I'm not saying it because I loved R. Kelly music. Because after watching this docuseries rather, thinking about the lyrics to some of his songs and where they came from, it disgusts me. However, I'm trying to process it in my mind, the time frame in my life that those songs came out and what they meant to me at the time, okay? So come to find out, those songs, what they mean for him, is something totally different. And I don't want y'all coming for me because I'm saying that R. Kelly is a victim. Because I'm not saying he's a victim of these girls. But his own brother who experienced the same thing, his brother Kerry Kelly, said he was a victim of sexual abuse from their older sister. So if at an early age, the two of them have been victims of sexual abuse from their sister, early exposure, then their perception and views of, relations with a female has been distorted early on. And without getting any help, you are fucked up in the head. You could be really fucked up, and you could choose to accept that this happened to you and then tell somebody and go get help. Or you can go into denial, suppress it, and it manifests itself in other ways, such as writing in songs, It becomes the place where you go. It drives you. He want to tell, but he don't even know. It's so deep in his subconscious. He suppressed it so much and is in denial that it comes out in his songs. He's telling and telling and telling and telling. We call it hiding in plain sight. But his innocence had been taken as well. okay, by his sister. He don't want to admit that. It's so unacceptable to him. It's so unacceptable to him in his own mind as a child that when his baby brother told him about his experience, he told him he was lying on, the interviews and stuff. Shout out to Tasha K. She had this man, Carrie Kelly, on her show doing a live interview. Okay. And he admitted and he cried just like he did on the docuseries about him being assaulted by his sister. Their brother Bruce, I would not be surprised if their brother Bruce wasn't in a sexual assault, like he was a perpetrator as well. I would not be surprised because he, in the docuseries, he don't see anything wrong with anything that R. Kelly has done. He don't see, he said it's a preference. R. Kelly prefer 17-year-old girls. Most of those girls, he got them at 17. The first one on the docuseries. Well, I don't know if she was the first one, but the Spanish girl who said she was a virgin at 14. And he took her virginity and gave her the unbelievable disease that put her in an ICU for 2 weeks or so, or something like that. That girl was destroyed. If R. Kelly was at a preteen age when his sister assaulted him, he's stuck right there. He is stuck trying to fix it in his mind. He's stuck trying to either fix it in his mind or just take it out on girls the age that his sister was. He's angry. Very angry. Narcissist. Just womanizing. Just disgusting. Misogynistic person. I mean, this is so unbelievably, it's so it's just so, it is almost, it's almost like you can't, it's unfathomable. Excuse me, y'all. As I'm looking at this show, and I'm just like, oh my God. At first I was like going into denial saying, I'm not watching that. This man never went to jail for this stuff. But then you got to think back. He married Aaliyah. She was under the age of 18, 15 years old. And then that manager orchestrated it. That manager needed to go to jail. He said he got fake documentations. He admitted it. He said he forged the documents. He admitted to forgery on national television in front of a camera. We can rewind it and play it back again and again. Okay? The justice system is so flawed because when that sex tape was discovered and given to them, it was thrown out because it wasn't, it wasn't obtained the correct way. All the I's wasn't dotted and the T's wasn't crossed. But the fact of the matter is that girl is on the video, and so is Robert. I never watched that video. I heard about it. I thought it would have been repulsive to watch. But then again, there I go, going into denial because he wasn't charged. Being an old fan of R. Kelly, he wasn't charged with that. I never watched it for myself to see what happened, if his face was on there, and then come to find out that's Sparkle's niece. I was wondering what happened to Sparkles. What happened to her? She was awesome. But then you had to quiet her down. Pull all the her opportunities away from her because something was done to her niece and she wasn't going to get paid off to shut up about it. Kudos to Sparkles. The entertainment industry is a dangerous place. And thank God for people like Brandy's mother, the momager. Because she was a mother hen in the industry. She made sure her kids was all right. And you doing well. They're doing well. I'm not sure if they're unscathed. They hadn't talked about it. But for the most part, they seem all right to me, unless something else come out crazy. Society itself is self-serving because after we all see and hear about the things that R. Kelly has done to these young girls, we can see it right here in plain sight, saying age ain't nothing but a number in a Aaliyah song. Going down ain't nothing but a thing. Little girls do have crush on older guys. They do. But the older adult supposed to be able to curb that. You don't entertain no little girls. Their little hormones is going crazy and their little coochies is popping. Okay? But that don't mean you go for it. That's a healthy-minded grown man. A healthy, grown-minded man might even see that this girl is appealing in his eyes. However, he knows that she's too young, so he gonna back off and wait. But since we are so self-serving, we only want what we want. And because R. Kelly has already have a distorted view on what is orderly or not orderly in reference to exposure to sex, he's going for it. He's like a rat on a wheel. He's like a rat on a wheel just spinning with the same old, same old. I remember back in the day saying, oh man, they said, that people would do memes and jokes talking about, oh, R. Kelly don't want you if you're older. But then these older heifers come out talking about they 30-something years old. One woman talking about her ex-husband. These women were weak-minded women who's been abused themselves, verbally and physically abused, and their husbands or whoever male in their life abused them, verbally, physically, whatever. Their perception of themselves is just low. Their opinion of themselves is low. Their acceptance of garbage is high. And then their fantasy and their being a fan of R. Kelly, they're like, oh my God, this is R. Kelly. Oh my gosh. This right here is just unbelievable. These grown women claim to have been mind fucked by R. Kelly. I cannot